So, I've had a really interesting day. Now, this story starts, probably beginning of the year. I started noticing that my right leg was swelling. My left would occasionally, but my right was always bigger. And I thought that was kind of odd. Then I started having trouble with my knee and just not feeling strong in that right leg. So I said, guess I better get this checked out, right? Because it's kind of odd. So I took a couple of pictures at different times, a few months apart, to show my right leg so much more swollen than my left. Because I thought, I'll get to the doctor and it won't be swollen that day. And that's what happened. But I had my pictures for backup. So I showed my GP and he said, I don't have any idea what's wrong with your leg. I don't know why it would do that. Probably just arthritis. So he sent me to get my knee x-rayed. And I said, okay, but my thigh, my shin, my ankle, everything is swollen. So why would it just be my knee? And he said, I don't know. So I go ahead and get the x-ray in my knee and I don't have arthritis in my knee. So I go back to the doctor and he says, well, you got an appointment with a cardiologist. Ask them. So I go to the cardiologist and she sends me immediately over to check for a blood clot because that's a clear indication of a blood clot if, one leg is swelling and the other isn't. But it wasn't a blood clot. She said, I don't know what's wrong with your leg. She said, you have back issues. So find an osteo doctor and, an orthopedic doctor. And see if maybe something in your back is pinching off that would cause swelling. I said, well, okay. So I had to find a new orthopedic doctor because the one that I went to for my finger is like a big clinic and they all specialize for different parts of the body and they lost their back person. So I had to wait a really long time to get in to a new one, okay, that specializes in backs. So I go in and I explain about my leg. And I had recent x-rays of my entire back, right? And I had to have the x-rays before my appointment. Okay. So the nurse practitioner says, I don't have any idea why your leg would be swelling, but I'm really worried about your neck. And we need to have some further tests right away. That's a little scary. He didn't tell me exactly what he saw on the x-ray, but he said it was urgent. So I go in for the CT scan with the dye. I could have had a regular MRI, except for I won't take out my nose ring. And I have metal bits all through my hair. And if I were to miss one of those, taking it out, that could be kind of dangerous in an MRI machine. So I agreed to the much more invasive CT scan with the dye, where they shoot the dye into your back. Yeah, so that was fun. I had that today. And the good news is, not only do I have degenerative disc disease in my lower back that I knew about from, 20 years since my accident, I now have degenerative disc disease in my neck and mid-back. Yay! I still don't know what's wrong with my leg.